Hello, Scott here. So in xLights 2020.27, I added this enhancement that allows you in the custom model dialog to, I say, auto wire, um, basically you can wire long sections. So I kind of want to explain how to use this and the reasoning behind it. So when I was helping some people in the xLights Zoom room, kind of the thing that I've been seeing more popular is people would they have the front of their house, which may be shaped with a door mentor, and they want to put like the chroma mesh and make a matrix out of the front of it. And the problem with just a standard matrix model, if you try to wire it in there, you have to kind of go past and then like cut these off, and then now all this numbering over here will be wrong. So right now, if you want to do this, you'd have to use a custom model and like click up and down, and that doesn't seem like a very good approach. So what I added in the custom model, I added a way where you can kind of model in stretches or number in stretches. So you could select the first row and then number that. And then you can select the next row, number it, and so on and so forth. So you can kind of number things line at a time, and you can make your matrix that way. And this is helpful too for odd shapes. So if you're like some people are doing sleighs or dolphins or whatever they do, you can kind of draw a line to wire here. Then if you want to go up some, or as the shape changes, you can kind of wire it row by row and get the desired, look that you're looking for. So I just want to show that in xLights. The first thing you have to do is just make a custom model. So this is the custom model icon. Just drag it out, make a custom model. Then we need to edit the model data. So I'll just make a 50 by 50, make a generic starting size. Hit tab after you input the value. And what you'll have to do, if you want to make a model, let's do our door mentor example. If we want to make it like 20 high, you select the cells you want to number. If you right click, there's this number selected option. So there's two ways you can number. You can do horizontal or vertical. So I'll just do vertical to show first here. So if we do vertical, we can do bottom to top. And what this will do is it'll wire those selected cells bottom to top. And let's say for the next row now, we want to come back down. So right click, number selected, vertical, top to bottom. And if you see what it did, it went up, and then it goes one by one, goes up and down, and it actually uses this auto number value. So if you were to mess up and you wanted to redo it, you could select this row and clear those cells. There's a right click option there to clear them, and then you could highlight it again, or if you wanted to go a different way, and you could just change this number. So we want to start at 32 this time because the last one in here is 31. You can highlight them, do number selected, vertical, top to bottom, and it'll fill it out the same and increment it. And we could just keep doing this process over and over until we get the desired shape. Well, there's also the capability, so let's say in the middle of it we have a flat spot and we want just a big block. So let's say we want this 5 wide section now. We just want this to go up and down. We can right click and do number selected, and we'll do bottom to top because the last node 63 there's at the bottom, and we'll select it. And what it does is it actually does like a WYSIWYG or a back and forth pattern. So it started at the bottom there, went up, went back down, and did that all the rows. So you can kind of manually do your odd shaped parts, but then once you get to a square section, you kind of select in a big block and number it a lot faster. And so if we're doing our door mentor here, we could just continue this process. So we went top down, and then now this one is vertical, bottom top. And if you look, there's our stair stepping up and down. And if we hit OK, do wiring view here. Let's go to the front side. You should see that up down and it followed that pattern that we did. So we did the stair stepping at first, the flat spot, and then it stair stepped down. And since this is custom model, you can do multiple strings at this point. So it was like 291. If you want to do that as 2 strings, you can put that in here and do the standard power injection, whatever you would normally do. So that's kind of the vertical way. If you want to do a horizontal, so let's say we have a part now we want to do horizontal instead, like we went up and down, now we want to go left to right. If you want to start where you stopped here, the next time you open it, this always goes back to 1. So if you wanted to go to the next one, which would be 292, you have to change this to 292. But let's just clear these cells. Let's just start over. So now let's say we want to do it horizontal. So we could select a block of 4 horizontal. And we could do, let's say we want to start in this corner, so left to right. And it'll do a similar thing. It'll start at the left, go right, but it'll go back and forth and do the back and forth style pattern. And then if you wanted your next row to be a little bit smaller, you could do the same, left to right, so on and so forth. And you'll get the similar approach. So if you have some shape that you want to keep doing this with to fit around corners, what have you, this is kind of how you can do it. So yeah, that's the basics of it. If you have any questions or feedback or anything, you can just find me on Facebook or my website. I'll keep that I'll put that in the video description. So yeah, thanks for watching.